Hey, g'day, how yous all going? This is Ian Harris from Australia here. Now, I put a post on my wall the other day asking beginners to post one of their paintings, all right? And I said at least about 10, but I got 80. I can't mention everybody, I'd love to, but I'm going to mention at least the 10 people anyway, like Melinda Fitzgerald. She was one that put something up there. Now, the one I choose though, there was two I really liked, and unfortunately I can't like everybody's ideas. Some of them were too detailed to do as a video to teach to beginners, if you can understand where I'm coming from, all right? Anyway, so I picked two, so I'm virtually going to do one video of one and a video of the other, and I see them as eye-catching. They catch your eye. And they're quite colourful in their own way, and they're not too much detail to explain in a video, but there's enough subjects there to teach you how to overcome those issues in the painting if they are an issue for you, okay? And also, I've got to say a special thanks to Tricia Packard. I spoke to her this morning. She was wanting to know how to do a moon stencil, so if anyone ever needs some one-on-one, you're welcome to private message me or send a video call so things can get explained a lot more easier, because sometimes it's difficult to type and you're typing back and things are just not getting communicated the right way. So if you have time, send me a video call on the private message. So also for this video, I better tell you, for this one I picked Valerie Christine, and she had the little girl on a swing, or no, on the tree branch, and it was called Ponder. So this is the painting she submitted in the comments below. So I want to paint that one, and what I've done, because not every beginner can probably have that little girl on the branch. You can do a tree, but you want it to sort of look like it's from behind, and her head has that pondering look. She's pondering. So what I've done, I've gone and made a traceable, okay? So this traceable will be on my Facebook after the YouTube video is posted, and that's something you can save and print out. So if you're going to do this Ponder one, if you can do it freehand, good on you, but if you can't, this is for the people that can't, okay? So I thought, why not get used to give me a hand? Now, all right, I think this one can have the white base on the background. So we'll start with the white, and I'll just show you what colours we're going to use for this painting, all right? Okay, I'm going to use mid-yellow, carbon black, titanium white, dioxine purple. Now this one is quinacridone red violet, and that's quinacridone magenta. We've got Payne's grey, yellow oxide, primary blue, or the prime blue, you can use a phthalo blue, sap green, and this one here is Naples yellow reddish, but to me it's like a pinky colour, and also some retarder. Alright, I want to wet the board, wet the canvas. It's an A3 size canvas, 420 by 300. So I'm going to wet it because it's dry. I have me white paint with impasto, soft impasto white with a retarder. Right, so this is wet. Get this onto the board. Some retarder mediums can be a white. Mine's just clear. Ask your art supply, where you buy your paints and everything from, about medium retarders, what they do. Educate yourself in the store, I did. Anyway. Too bloody easy one today. Down here we have our free colours that I'm going to use for the sky. And we got retarder on the palette as well. All right, I'm getting my putter on a brush. I'm using the Dioxine Purple. That's going to be my dark colour for the very top with retarder. Now I want to get this up to the top. I think this is a lovely painting when I saw it. So it's pretty easy to you beginners to have a go at, and people that's just starting in painting, or someone that's been painting for a bit but wants something different. All right, put that brush down, just throw it right away and get your blending brush, whatever you're going to use to blend. And we want to blend this the way I normally blend. Everybody that's familiar with my work knows how I blend. See, I want to blend this down into the white. Look at that, dance from the top down to the bottom. If you want to get up, you got to get down. All right, and as you're blending, as usual, smash your brush onto your shirt, onto your table, your paper towel roll, whatever, okay? All right, this is beautiful. See, I can darken this up later too if I want, but it's working. Now, this painting of the ponder, I'm just going to put my swing on it. We're using the subject, and don't get me wrong, Valerie Christine, she did an excellent job on her rendition of the ponder. So I want to show you beginners out there, this is how Ianapolis would do it. Okay, now I'm going to grab my fan brush, maybe, oh no, I can probably still use that putter on her. Now we're going to go to the other tone, which is Quinacron Red Violet, which is a darker violet of a magenta type. That has retarder in it. Now I want to stamp it on, push it onto the palette. Sometimes people can do, they're just going along and expecting it to come off the brush. Bloody force it on there if you have to. You know if you're doing it right or wrong. It's going to dribble down there. That's enough. Drop that like that. And we'll blend this now into those two. So this is sort of merging from this purple to this violety colour to the next magenta-y violety colour. And it's giving a nice smooth transition of the colours changing. It's just an artistic, whether it scientifically happens that way, who knows. Now we'll get all this. See, like I do, twist your brush around, get all these inny-outy bits, it's beautiful. It's a different way to put a background on it, and I could just do this all day. It would be great if I can do this all day and get paid for it, but unfortunately I don't. So, but I'll tell you what, I have a lot of fun painting with you guys, and I hope you have a lot of fun watching me too. So if you're having fun right now, just take the moment to go share. Put it to your Facebook to public and show everybody and click like. Good on yous. All right, the last one, the Quinacridone Magenta with retarder. Load that brush up. See, this with that white is going to come up a bit softer the way I want it. Drop him down. I've cleaned me brushes. Hope you don't mind. I'll dress up for the occasion because we've got a lot of special guests in here today, such as Kenny Boris, Maureen Bean, Gail Chadwillander, Angel Ghost Tales. Get onto some more in a minute. Got a paint to do here. Now we'll get this up in there, blend it around, twisty twist. And then I'm going to, like I've done in my other paintings, you know how I put the mist in the sky? Well, I'm going to do the same to this, because what it will do, it kind of drags some white wash. It opens the colours up when you add whites. All right, okay, the background's done to my satisfaction. I've grabbed my hog bristle brush and I'm going to get my structured white, the thicker white, and chiseling it onto the fan brush. And like I've done mist before, so I want to sort of come dancing it down around here somewhere. Little bits at a time when you do this. See, I've done a little bit because if I keep going, it'll pick up all these colours and start making that weird. You want to make it weird when you blend it. That's how you make it weird. Okay. The motor's going now. Here he goes. He's going. Now we're going to make contact. Twisting it on, twisting your brush as well. Getting some nice dimension into your sky background here. It's just not a plain basic. Any beginner can do this. Just gives your painting difference. Wipe it, clean your, that wasn't too contaminated, so I'll wipe it again. We don't want too much of this, maybe some, now the tree's going to be here, so to highlight the tree, see if you're going to have a dark foreground in your painting, it works out, pays to work out where you can probably highlight the background a bit, so that dark object will stand out. You need darks for your lights, vice versa, you need lights for your darks. Ugh. Okay, I think this will do it for the misty stuff. Now you're going to need a hairdryer for this if you want to finish the painting straight away. Otherwise, if you've got days and days up your sleeve, just let it sit. Alrighty, now she's got a bit of greenery down here as well by the looks of it. Alright, we'll do that. Better go over and see what Steve's doing. Alrighty, I'm going to put some carbon black down the bottom just to black out for the foreground. So as my foreground will have colour in it, okay? And why do we want to come about there somewhere? So I'm just creating the foreground with this black, lightly wetting it as I go. Now it's sort of coming down and up a bit here-ish. Now this has been blow dried. If I didn't blow dry it, it'll be turning all this black, muddy looking. Alright, got my sap green. I've sprayed a bit of water just to loosen it, let it spread onto the canvas. I've got an old brush. If you get an old brush that's good for doing foliage and scenery type of stuff, use that. Now I'm going to have to wet that. See, it's sort of, that's what I'm after. That fan brush can be a bit too blodgy and in your face and sort of bugger that, what am I doing? It's like, yeah. So I'm just, to keep it simple, I'm just using this sap green, and any areas that need highlighting, I'm just going to highlight it with a tinge of white added to it, okay? So use any brush you find doing good foliage or scenery type with that. See how this is working? It's doing a good job for me. I'm happy with it. I mean, it could be better, but, you know. Twisting it around so I'm not getting an even stamped effect. But see, that black has given this green some depth, okay? Now I'm just going to wash this brush so I can highlight. Oh no, I don't have to wash it. What I'll do, see down here? Got the white. Now you don't want it too white of a back highlight, otherwise you get that stupid cartoony look. I'll wet it a bit, just subtle enough, and we'll just highlight some of this. Oh, maybe, there we go. I might use the other end because that one's too diculated. Let's see how this goes, because I like it real. There we go. Now try not to overkill it when you highlight things as a beginner. I have discovered in my early days, too many bright highlights gives it that cartoony look. Now, there is a little bit of a path scratched in here, so we'll do that. While I'm getting ready for this path, just go and see what Steve's up to, okay? Alright, for the path, I'm going to use my yellow oxide. I've already got the black on there. So I've got some yellow oxide. No retarder in this, just chiselled onto my fan brush. So where do we go? From about here. Now with this, be sure to leave some black from the grass to there. It just gives it that feel of depth and, you know, things aren't floating. Now over here it's going to be a tree, but I'm going to put something here like this. Now what I've done there, I want to wipe this, get some of my white that I've got on the palette still, just add into this so it's a subtle lighter colour of that. And we want to just sort of shimmy some different shadows into that. Just don't overkill it. Just so that yellow oxide's not the one. Now I'm going to get a brush, hopefully, and find a brush you can scratch. Yeah, just so you can scratch that white into the yellow oxide. I'm going to wet this, because if it's not wet, it's too dry and wanting and demanding, and it's so you wet it. Now I'm going to wet that paint a little bit. Also, Carol Fuller, hello Carol Fuller. Thanks for putting your suggestions into the comment for this video. Who else we got? Carolyn Bartolino. So what I'm going to do is put it there, because her swing's there, twist it in. It's done, okay? Now I'm going to wipe it and then I'll get it a bit more wet. I should have done this when the sky was wet and retarded still. Now from the middle, start from the middle, tap, tap, tap. Now start coming out the outside and wear around. And this is going to create beautiful glare in your sky. And in front of this you can add clouds if you want to get real detail-y and particular. Blend this so it's nice and soft. I've got it on off as I'm doing it. I'm going to try and blend it, but I don't think... Yeah, that's still alright though. I'm going to get a little bit of purple and we'll sort of... Not too heavy. Just enough to... and a light twist. There you go. We've got a kind of a moon in the sky with some glare. We're almost getting to the end of this painting, so I want to say thank you to Joyce Haycox, Valerie Christine. She's the one that came up with this idea, so I'm using this one. Carolyn Bartolino. All right, now we're going to put a tree in. So go and see what Steve's doing, and then I'll get the paints ready for the tree, all right? Okay, I've blow dried that. Now for those who want to use the trace out, this will be available. Now we put this roughly where we want the girl sitting, which is about there. Don't let it move if you can help it. We'll put the carbon paper down first, obviously. Now I want the girl about there. And we'll trace this out, okay? Can you see her there? I can see it quite well. But it pays to have the background you're going to use carbon on to be reasonably light. Now I've got the colours for the girl here. I've just got white, I've got a primary blue. Use whatever soft blue you like, and I've got a mid yellow, okay? We'll make her 90 colour. So I'm going to get a bit of the primary blue, about that much. And I want to put some white in it. And we're just a simple, easy, soft blue. Alright, so I'm going to start with the 90. Just put the 90 there. This is not a detailed picture. Why I'm doing this first, when I do the branch, it's going to cut into the girl and make it look like she's sitting on the branch. Like I said, things in front of the other go in the right order. And see, the branch is in front of this, so that's why I'm doing this first, the 90 first. See, this is in front of that grass as well. Everything's put in layers the way it should be. And we want some white down for the end of the 90 as well. I'm pretty sure it's a 90. Some of the pictures that I saw, I could not work out what's in them. White in there by the looks. White the brush. Merge it. Now the bottom of this 90 is quite white. Now her shoulder is distinctively darker, so we're going to make that darker on this picture as well. I have some Naples yellow reddish. It's it's virtually a skin colour. That's it there. And it's called Naples yellow reddish. I've mixed some of the yellow oxide with this Naples yellow reddish. See there, we got that. It's too pinky. A bit of this, and I'll give it a bit more of a skin colour. Just for her arm, we're just going to see the bit of her arm. So we want to come down here and give her a reasonable skin colour on her arm. So there's her arm. Alright, I've grabbed the yellow and that reddish one again, and this is just going to be the hair colour. So this here is the colour for her hair, and I could probably just highlight it with some white and tone it darker, get some darker shadow colours in it for... But it's not too detailed. It doesn't have to be too detailed. It's just a small figure, just so long as it resembles a girl on a swing and her stance is in that pondering pose. All right, for the tree, I'm just going to use Payne's Grey, and I'll probably highlight it a bit as well. So the tree's going to come about here. How fat should we have this tree? Somewhere. It's sort of got fantasy edges on it, like a fantasy picture. So what I'll do, I'll block in the trace out. I've just used the actual main branch. Get the edges nice and sharp. When they're broken and hairy looking and feathery, it looks like a dog's painted it. So it looks like she's sitting on a branch. Use whatever brush to get this in. Yeah, darken it up a bit more. Now I'm going to put some more of this tree in. While I do that, I'd like you to just go and catch up with Steve and see what he's up to. Make sure he's been a good boy. Okay, I'm using a fan brush. Because the moon's here, I'm extending the branches, twisting it as I go. I've lightly brushed them on roughly where I want them, so I know where I want them to be. I'm twisting this, load it up again. I'll come down here, twisting. I want to keep the edges nice and sharp. Twist the night away. Oh yes, got it. And something up here. Alright, so I'm going to get the Payne's Grey again, the side where I want to highlight it. I'm just going to paint it again because it's sort of dried on me. Because I've got to stop and start and show you buggers what to do. So I'm just going to get some more wet paint there. Then I'm going to just wipe that brush. I'm not going to clean it. I'm just picking up probably some yellow oxide and something just to drag into there, just to quickly and easily highlight it, and then maybe there like that. Wipe the brush and merge that so it's not so scabby and diculated. Alright, and we'll drag that up there. This is all in acrylics, by the way. I only paint in acrylics. Get some yellow oxide and come on that side. Wipe the brush and merge it. Because it's a fat enough trunk, you can do this. Now I'm just getting my smaller script liner, which is a number 2, and I'm bringing some of these thinner branches sort of into this point, giving it that mythical, mystical sort of feel about it. Now just to finish it, I'm grabbing a pointier brush and I'm going to put some stars in the sky, but I don't want the sky full of stars, so I'm just grabbing this brush. I'm going to daub some on just in a random area. Oh, not too big though. Look at that big one there I've gone and done. All right, we'll just duck down here, grab a frame, put a frame over that. That looks all right, doesn't it, eh? All right, I hope you enjoyed this little exercise for you beginners in acrylic. That's it's called the Ponder, I suppose. That's what she labelled it as, Valerie Christine. All right, thank you very much. Tell a friend if you like what I'm doing here, but if you don't like what I'm doing, you tell everybody, okay? All the best from me and Steve. Goodbye, good luck, and good on ya.